Hello everyone. I am going to demonstrate today how to change the battery in a Apple Watch Series 6. This is a 44 millimeter and this is a GPS model. Alright, for this battery replacement, you're of course going to need the battery. And I'll link this in the description of where I bought this. I'm going to use silicone to glue the watch face back on, and you'll need a small little screwdriver. I've already done this on my own personal watch, Apple Watch. It's the same model. And the next thing you'll need is, I'm going to use a feeler gauge. I use this on mine. This is a 5/1000 feeler gauge. You can buy these at the auto store, or you may already have one in your toolbox. And you'll need some Q-tips, some alcohol, and I'm going to use a toothpick to apply the silicone to the watch face. So first of all, this is already powered off because the battery ran out, and it's somewhere around 80% capacity, but it's already shut down from a low battery. Okay, I'm going to remove the protective screen and remove the wristbands. Okay. It didn't actually shut all the way down, but that's okay. Okay, so the next step I will show you here in a second. Let me get my heat gun set up and I'll show you what I do next. I'll be right back. Okay, for this procedure here, you don't actually need a heat gun. I already had this, so I'm going to use it. I am going to use it on the low setting. I don't want to like heat this thing up super hot, but I do want to warm it up, because that's going to help when you stick your feeler gauge down in the channel of the watch face to help break the bond of the adhesive that's holding it on. So you can get away with a hair dryer with this, but since I already had this, I'm going to use it. So I'm going to heat it up here, and we'll move on to the next step. All right, that should be good. It's nice and warm. I'll be right back. All right, so here's the tedious part of the whole project. I'm going to start on the opposite side of the watch bezel there, or the watch winder, whatever you want to call it, and you'll feel it go down in that little groove, and then you just slightly work around, pushing down to lift that face up. And once I get it up enough, I can insert this underneath it just a little bit and go around the whole. There we go. It's under it now, under the watch face, and I'm gonna just work it around ever so slowly. Don't, force it. But the idea is, once we get around, we'll be able to fold this over. Just take your time, and don't stick that feeler gauge underneath the glass very far. There we go. There we go. Okay, so it started to lift. Now I can slowly lift it up And the reason I started on the opposite side of the button there is because once this lifts open, it's going to lay over on that side because it has cables connected. I'm going to go ahead and work around this side just to get it lifted, but just put that under there just a little bit, not too much, because you don't want to sever any of them cables or you're done. So I think I got it. Now once it's free, or you know, lift it off, you can scoot it over just a little bit like that, and now it'll open up. Okay, so the next thing is going to be to peel off this sticker. That's what holds it down. It's got a little bit of adhesive on it, and just very carefully peel that out of there. Just pull it slow, and there, got it out. Okay, I'll be right back to show you the next step. Stay tuned. Okay, so now what we have to do is free the battery. The battery is stuck down with some kind of double-sided tape. Now this feeler gauge set has like a ruler on it. And just by the way, this battery didn't come with any like special little tools, plastic, you know, things, but I used this on my watch when I did the battery a few days ago, and I'm able to stick this down in here. It just fits, and ever so slightly or carefully I'm gonna pry up, and I can already see the battery lifting up, and I might give it just a little twist. Just real slow movements. You don't want to force anything and sever something, or, but there we go. Got that undone, and it's just got this black rubbery stuff on it. Okay, so now we got the battery free, and what I'm gonna do now is take that little screwdriver I showed you and lift this little tab up that's holding pressure down for the connector. There we go. It's a real small micro connector, so just beware of that. So there's the battery, the old one. So I'm gonna prep this next to start cleaning around the channel there and the back of the watch face. Let me get my stuff ready here and I'll be right back. All right, I dipped this Q-tip in the alcohol, and I'm just gonna run it around here and get this adhesive softened up. And then after that, I'll take a toothpick and then I'll just run around and get, you know, whatever I can out of there to just make the face seat flat, you know, when I put the silicone on it. So I'm gonna let that sit a few minutes and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm gonna just kind of work around this with this toothpick. Just breaking up anything that I can. Get the glue cleaned out of it. And then I'll follow up with a wet Q-tip and alcohol. All right, here's the battery. And like I said, I'll put a link in the description of where I bought this. It was literally 20 bucks. It doesn't come with all the little fancy tools and stuff. It does come with these. You can use these if you want. I just feel like I'll never be able to get the sticker in that channel perfectly all the way around without getting a crease or something in it. I've read that they just don't hold up. They actually give you 2 of them. But I'm gonna use this clear silicone to adhere, you know, to glue the face down. So it comes in like a static bag or something. So here's the battery. It has a sticker already on it with the protective backing, so we'll have to peel that off before we mount it down. It looks clean, all the glue peeled off. So now is going to be the task of getting this thing connected. Now with my other watch, what I ended up doing is getting it connected, and then I ended up having to fold this underneath and, you know, fold it. It's a real thin cable, so I'm gonna try to get it connected here. And I might not be able to show you on camera. I mean, I'll try, but okay, I got that tab slightly lifted up and got this to start, and then I'm just gonna take very carefully this screwdriver and get it nudged underneath. I think I got it. Now what I'm gonna do is power this thing up and make sure, because the last thing you want to do is glue the face down and then find out your battery isn't making connection. So I'm gonna go ahead and fold that, like I was saying, underneath. This is the adhesive side, and just stick it down for right now and make sure it powers up. And I'm not sure if I got connection, so I'm gonna have to mess with that a little bit. It could be the battery doesn't have any charge in it too. So I think what I'm gonna do is stick it on the charger for a second and see if it starts to turn on. I'll be right back. Okay, we have power now. It's just these batteries, when they come, they're totally, you know, they're totally discharged. So we're definitely making connections. So now what I'm gonna do is peel the backing on the battery. A little sticker here. Sorry, I'm trying not to cover the watch here so you can see what I'm doing. And just peel that off and make sure your cable is folded underneath, and it's gonna fold right there, and just stick it down, and that's it for that. So next step is gonna be applying some silicone around the watch face, and I'll get that prepared here and show you that. Be right back. All right, so here's the silicone. This is what I'm gonna use. I see other people are using some 7,000 glue. I don't know about that stuff. I've always used this stuff, you know, for a lot of projects. And I did it to mine. There's no problems with it. I don't take my watch like underwater or anything. So, you know, if you're gonna go underwater with you might wanna use a different glue, but this is what I'm using. So I'm gonna go and put some on the box here that the battery came in, and I'll just use a toothpick to apply it. And I'm gonna apply it very thin, so I mean, I'm just gonna kind of wipe it around. The excess will wipe right off, so don't worry about getting a little excess. Okay, so I feel that I've got it around the watch face good enough. So now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and set this in place. And I'm gonna go get a little clamp and I'll show you what to do with that. Be right back. All right, I'm gonna go clean some of this excess silicone off the face here so it doesn't dry and you know, it'll be harder to get off. And this is just something I clipped off when you buy clothes at the store. You get them little hangers, and just gonna use one of these to hold that, and I'll probably let that dry for a few hours anyway, and it should be safe to take it off. And that's about it. Not too hard. I'll be back here in a little bit when I take this clamp off and show you the results. I'll put the battery on charge for a little bit, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, I give that silicone a few hours to dry, put a little charge in the battery, and now I'm just gonna go to the settings here and show you the capacity level of the battery. And there it is, 100%. So this battery replacement is now complete. If you guys found this video helpful, I would very much appreciate if you could give me a thumbs up on it. Consider subscribing, and if you know anybody that is having similar issues with the battery life on their Apple Watch Series 6 44 mil GPS version, share this video out. Thanks for watching and have a great day.